Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Aloha, Scorpio. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your spirit messages for the year 2022. So this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Before we get started, let me say thank you for all of those of you who have liked, shared, subscribed, hit that bell button, commented. I love engaging with you. If you haven't yet, please do. That helps me to bring more free content to you, and it also helps my channel to grow and expand. And so thank you. Also want to say a huge thank you to those who have donated over the year. That has been super helpful. It's allowed me to continue to make the videos, as well as buy great new tarot cards, and when I can do giveaways, I do. So thank you so much for that as well, so as we're closing out the year. And then one last announcement. So if you have been thinking about working with me, either in a private reading for an energy clearing or a one-to-one mentorship, all you have to do is email me at the Whispering Dragon, if I could talk, thewhisperingdragonfly@gmail.com. So my goal is to help you to achieve your goals through fun, love, all of the goods. And where two or more are gathered, there I am with you. So the source is with us with that. I have created paradise in my life, and I would love to train you how to do that and how to move past the limited mind into the unlimited mind, the expansive mind, okay? And so there we go. Enough announcements. So we have our Hawaiian salt here. Take a little pinch. What that does is it clears your energy and it gives you your minerals, okay? So we've cleared this space. So Scorpio, 2022 is a 6 year. 6 is the number of love, power, balance, harmony. Its geometric representation is the Star of David, as above, so below, okay? It is the Lover's card in the Tarot. The Lover's card used to be called the Choice. So these are the choices that we make, okay, that will balance us. That is moving into that karmic balance, okay? Relationships will be highlighted at this time. How we relate to others. How we can come into balance in our love lives, how we love ourselves, how we love our beloved, how we love our family, and even our coworkers. Okay, so we are going to get a general energy. So we're going to go a little more in depth today. We're going to get a general energy of what you're going to be, basically your biggest energy that you're working with in 2022. We're also going to get a spiritual energy. We're going to go quarterly with the general energies, and then we'll look at love at the end quarterly as well. Okay. For Scorpio for 2022, Sun, Moon, and Rising Scorpio. That one. Got it. Beautiful. We have mindfulness. You can see that there. And that's the number 33. Master number 33 yields down to a 6, okay? And it also is showing me the mirrors here. So 33 equals a 6, which is the year, but you're seeing both sides. That's nice. Okay, so you're learning the balance, and through mindfulness. So if you don't already have a meditation practice, this is you moving into meditation. This is you heightening yourself in your spiritual practice. This is you, I'm not sure quite what this bird is, but they're wanting me to say hawk or eagle. So those may be spiritual symbols for you already. And then there's some weird monkey looking things here. So essentially you're going to be opening your practice of self in this year. How you're going to balance is through mindfulness. I feel like you're going to be moving in a bit of a state of meditation in how you handle things. You're going to be allowing yourself to surrender more to your inner being and self. Scorpio, you guys are, of course, water signs, but you are the deepest of the water signs, meaning Scorpio's card is death in the tarot, but it's also death and rebirth. So one of your symbols is the phoenix. So there's phoenix rising. You die from the ashes and you rise back up again. Okay, and so this is a time for you to be mindful and go through your rebirth process this year. You're balancing. Sometimes it's hard to get Scorpio out of the depths. Okay, but you are certainly allowing yourself to move in a new direction this year. Your spiritual energy, say, loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Okay, so I feel like for many of you, you may have been mired down in the last couple of years. Especially we've had this, global pandemic situation. What used to work in 3rd density does not work in 5 density. What used to work for survival does not work for thriving, Scorpio. So they're saying your old coping mechanisms are not going to be working anymore. It's a time to loosen any addictions that you have. And, if you don't like the word God, use source or Hellman's Manus. It doesn't matter. Whatever that energy is that's more than you, that's what you're moving into. This has an element of surrender to it. I feel like you're surrendering to yourself, but then also to others. The others is the God source, okay? I feel like the only surrender is surrendering to the goodness of who you are. But I feel like because you're such feelers, Scorpio, that things have gotten a little bit dense. And so now there's new coping mechanisms. And that coping mechanism that you're going to be bringing in is a healthy one of mindfulness, meditation, learning how to loosen your grip on reality having to be the way that it looks out here in the movie. It feels like you're going to really be allowing Source to show you the good, the love. So if any of you that are watching this have been dealing with sort of addictive behaviors, this is the year that you are able to let that go and to allow yourself to really go through your awakening spiritually, but also it's through your inner world that the outer is going to change, okay? So it feels like Spirit's putting the kibosh on using outside substances to get away from your world, to go back inside, all right. Let's look at the general energies for Scorpio quarterly here. That is a whole bunch of them. Okay. Let's do 3rd quarter, please. Okay. Yeah, I feel like the mindfulness is going to help too, because the way the cards are trying to come out, they're coming out in like clumps of like all of these like energies. And I feel like your mind may have been a bit full of other things that are not necessarily as useful. Beautiful. Okay, and 4th quarter. Okay, that's the one. All right, where do you go? And let's get your tarot and then we'll go a little deeper in here, okay? It looks good. This year feels like quite a transformative year for you, Scorpio. I do feel like it's positive transformation. Beautiful. Nice. Into the year. Okay. So 1st quarter, Scorpio, we have 39. which is 5th chakra, Archangel Michael. And we have the 9 of Cups. So through your mindfulness, through your loosening of the grip in this first quarter, we also have Venus in retrograde till January 29th. So you're going to be reevaluating your relationships, what you want out of love, what you want out of your life, how you want it to feel, like luxuries, anything Venus oriented, okay? This has to do with communication, and the 9 of Cups has to do with a wish fulfilled, a wish granted. And I feel like in this first quarter, you're learning to communicate your wants and your wishes. You're learning to communicate out loud with your throat. Scorpio, you guys can be talkative when you need to be, but there's a deepness to you, a depth, a mystery, and there has been a lack of expression through the throat. So there's things that you've been wanting to express that you haven't been able to yet, and your wishes can't get fulfilled if you don't express them to someone, something, you know. And so this first quarter, you're overcoming that. And it does feel like a happy time. It feels like that through your expression, verbally, because the throat chakra does have to do with verbal or auditory communication, through your verbal expression, there's going to be a wish fulfilled. And how you get to that is through the mindfulness. You will know through your meditative state how to communicate. And this is the letting God in. I feel like this year you're learning to channel source through the body and communicate it in such a better way, in a different and new way that is heightened and feels better for you. So I feel like your communication is increasing and it's enhanced in a beautiful way in this particular quarter. Okay, I would say in the workplace, through communication, you're going to have lots of wish fulfillments. Those of you who are working on projects, through your communication and balancing of the throat chakra in this first quarter, bam, they're working well. I do feel like there's going to be an increase in finances, increase in love, increase in your health. They're also saying, I'm not a doctor, so, you know, obviously talk to your doctor if there is anything, but they're showing me the thyroid. So if those of you have been having like thyroid issues, it feels like there's going to be a balancing that happens there as well. That changes a lot of things for you in the positive. So there's a general increase in positivity, and this is through connecting to your source and inner being, your highest self, and then communicating from there is going to yield you beautiful results. So meditation is going to be really imperative this whole year, but this first quarter looks really good. It looks very, very good for finances as well. Also, they're saying if you're in a job, like if you don't work for yourself, but you have been wanting a promotion, ask for it, okay? Ask and you shall receive is what these cards are saying. So whatever it is that you want in work, in romance, in your health, ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. Ask and it's given. Ask and it's given. Ask and it's given. Okay. I think we got it. All right, second quarter. We have first chakra, Archangel Michael, and the 3 of Coins. This is beautiful. Second quarter, you're going to be working on rooting things into earth, your root chakra. Okay? This is growing roots in your business. With the 3 of Pentacles, this says working together, networking, working with others. So to make your dreams come true. This is saying that, you know, what is this? Is that Mars in Capricorn? But the 3 of Coins is basically, you know, you working in harmony with others in your community. I feel like you'll be rooting yourself in the community. Some of you may be moving somewhere new in the second quarter, Scorpio. So this is really, be meditative about it. You'll be guided. I feel like this is also, you'll put your roots in a new group that feels like a soul family, that's a much more positive. Some of you may be getting brand new friends. All in all, your foundation is changing in the second quarter. It's a 35, which yields an 8, which is the number of the self, of abundance, of infinity, the eternalness of it all. So I feel like in these first couple of half of the year, you're really moving into your meditative practice, whatever that may be for you. You're bringing in like-minded individuals that are going to help you, especially if you've been dealing with any addictions or other things. I feel like you're learning to turn to healthy coping mechanisms. This is also saying, like, where it may be in your tendency to isolate, you're going to actually find people that feel good to you, and it's going to be to your benefit to work in community with others. And so this is building a new foundation, building a new root in this second quarter. What are they saying with that? Some of you, second quarter, it may be useful to wear red, because I feel like there's a real need to ground and allow yourself to have roots, because Scorpio, you've got that that deep water essence, that big water essence. And so though there is elements to me in Scorpio that are kind of fiery, even though it's a water sign, but they're asking you to have roots. Okay, so really root in. I feel like some of you may have been kind of gypsy-like for years, or energetically gypsy-like, and they're feeling a bit lost, okay? And they're wanting you to root into yourself, but this also is physically, you may be moving house or entering into a new community of friends, okay? Third quarter, we have the World, closing out a cycle. World is your oyster. This always reminds, even though it's the World, and that reminds me of the World card in the tarot, this also reminds me of Scorpio, because it looks like a death card. So it's like you're leaving one world behind and entering the other. We do have envy that showed up as well. So third quarter, you may have, it doesn't feel like you're envious. It feels like others may be a bit envious of your glow up, because we also have the Fool, which says you are going to make a brand new beginning. You're going to take the leap of faith, and you've left your baggage behind. Okay, you're coming with very little baggage. This first half of the year, you have really worked. You've gathered a new group of people. You've gathered folks that love you. You're expressing your needs. You're expressing your wants. You're practicing your mindfulness. You're letting go of the addictions. You're letting source in. And then now you're starting in third quarter to, boom, yield those results, okay? Your whole world is changing in this third quarter. You're moving into what they're showing is prosperity. And though there's fear at times in a quantum leap, okay, because you don't know what's going to happen, I feel like you're doing it, Scorpio. And what I'm loving is that look at the world in his hand, okay? This Fool here has the world in his hand. You have the world in your hand, okay? And so some of you may be envious about your glow up, okay? We've got a 29 here, which yields a 2, and this is a 2. So there's polarity here. So you may be experiencing that density and polarity, the opposites, while you are glowing up. Others may be feeling like you've left them behind, okay? And you may have to leave people behind, especially if there's addictive qualities, and it's okay. You having abundance, you having love, you getting the things that you being centered and mindful in yourself, you allowing your abundance to come through doesn't take away from anybody else's. We each have unlimited ability to manifest, okay? So they're just saying, release any guilt. I feel like there is a little bit of guilt involved of changing the pattern. That won't be for everyone, but if you deal with that from a past program, it's time to leave that behind. Okay. Fourth quarter, we have hostilities and Knight of Wands. I'm going to get a little bit of clarity on that. Okay. Cool. So this is just saying that your defenses are up. Knight of Wands is someone who comes in, fire sign energy, comes in quick with communication, but it's often passionate. And look, this is sort of aggressive, ready for battle, okay? With the little fire-breathing dragon there. So I feel like you may have your defenses up in the fourth quarter. Especially the other thing that they're saying is like through, loosen your grip is the general hold here. So once you have made this leap in the third quarter, the fourth quarter, whomever it was that maybe was a little bit envious of you, you may have some hostilities come about. Okay, but no need to defend in the way of having the barbed wire fence. Because the thing about the Knight of Wands is they're here for a good time, not a long time. They're a swift entry, passionate, but it's like breathing fire, but doesn't really have anything behind it, okay? They don't have, they'll burn themselves out, essentially. So it feels like what you have built, let me get one more clarifier here. It feels like what you have built and what's the new that you've leapt into is going to be really good. Now, for those of you that this is sobriety at the on the fourth quarter here, you may very well have to defend your sobriety. There may be somebody coming in that's trying to keep you out of your new life, okay? And that's okay. That's just you kind of, that's a lifestyle thing. So then we have 7 cups. That's spoiled for choice, learning discernment, okay? Options. You do have the option to choose differently. So in your defense, no need to be aggressive. Look at the peace on this person's face here. The mindfulness that's there. So know that you have options. Know that you have people there for you. I feel like this really feels like an outsider familiar source. So I feel like if you've moved somewhere in the third quarter, you've gotten that raise, entered a new job, and the person that was envious of you, I feel like there's some energy coming about. If you are working through your sobriety in this particular year, at the end of the year, momentum has changed. So there's a need to defend your position of sobriety, okay? And let's change gears into love, you guys. All right, first quarter for Scorpio. Sun, moon, rising. Second quarter, third. And then with both of those. Okay. First quarter, it says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. I love this because you have, at this first quarter, you have communication and wishes fulfilled, okay? What this is telling me is you can't mess it up, Scorpio. So if there's someone new in your life, or if there's someone that you kind of have a crush on, speak up about it. All right, you speak up about it. This is you communicating what you want and asking, and then it's given to you. And you can't mess it up, okay? And the thing is like in love, what they're saying is like, it doesn't have to be your forever person. It may be your forever person, but you can't mess it up. Anything that you move into here is going to teach you. It's going to expand your understanding of life, of love, of how to communicate. And I feel like this is positive expansion. I feel like this is you choosing someone. What's funny is they're saying different from your normal person. You may have seen them in meditation, or you may decide in this first quarter to start hanging out with different friends who help it be easier for you to cope in healthy ways. And so it's going to be new for you. And it's wonderful. You can't mess it up. Enjoy your new person. Express how you're feeling. Okay, I know we all kind of go through fears of rejection at different times, but it's like put yourself in meditation before expressing how you feel, and allow yourself to receive. Okay? Allow yourself to learn. This is a positive time. So it feels like, if you have an intuition about someone you want to date, this feels more like people who are single at this time. Let's leave that past behind. Express what you want. Those of you who are in relationship, you can't mess it up. So express what you want. Express how you would like things to be. Express how you might want things to be different. And what it's saying is your wishes will be fulfilled. And so they really just want you to express yourself in love relationships. If you've got a little crush, tell them, because it looks like it's going to be a really positive answer. All right. Second quarter, we have freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. We have first chakra, Archangel Michael, and 3 of coins. All right, that's rooting together. That is in relationship. That's working together as a team. Okay, that's help of friends and family members. Freedom doesn't mean you have to be like out, somewhere without your beloved. It says there's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Love is non-attachment. Okay, you can be loving someone and allow the winds of heaven to dance between you. This looks beautiful. It looks like the path. You've seen it in your meditation. So it feels like for many of you, the message I'm getting is you may be taking the relationship that you just started, or the person that maybe, you started, maybe you aren't in relationship yet, but that first quarter you spoke up and possibly entered a physical relationship. It looks like it's going to go more intimate. It looks like it's going to root in more. And those of you who are already in relationship, it feels like you're wanting to move towards a higher level commitment. And it feels like you are working that together. So the path is clear and you're free to do that. Okay, so it's funny that freedom's coming up, but I'm seeing it as being more intimate, being more, that you're finding the freedom in intimacy. You're finding the freedom in relating to the other. You're finding the freedom in being in a partnership. And I feel like some of you who are single have been single a really long time. But you're seeing this new path. And what they're showing me is her kind of, that rainbow and her coming up out of that lotus. Okay, you're blossoming. You see the path. You've got it. Beautiful. Third quarter. It says, look inside yourself. Examine what's causing you to feel this way. Okay. So you do have these new beginnings in the third quarter, and there is a bit of envy that's happening. And I'm wondering, if you're interpreting someone else's envy, okay, or if you're feeling envious in some way. Because this one showed up with 3 cards instead of 2, I feel like both of you have new opportunities coming up that are in relationship here, okay? There's quantum leaps to be made. And I feel like there's a little bit of fear or anxiety for some reason. So some of you may be moving, or you may even have, or you may be ending a cycle with somebody and moving into a relationship with someone else in third quarter. But it feels like a mixed bag of emotions in love. Let me get one more card to see what that's about. Oh, it says forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Okay, so look inside yourself while you're feeling this. I feel like, because so far it looks like this new partner that's coming in, okay, this new relationship that you are feeding and growing, is really positive, but it feels like in this third quarter that there's a bit of falling into the old patterns. And so you're going to clear that cycle. You're going to clear the cycle of envy, jealousy. I feel like for some reason you've gotten a little bit jealous about something with your partner, because it feels like they're still there, but there's almost this sense of you wanting to kick them out for some reason. And I feel like that's an old coping mechanism. Remember, you're loosening your grip, okay? You're being mindful this year. You're letting Source take over and allow you to be more intimate, okay? More intimacy. Into me, I see. Look inside yourself. Intimacy. Okay? Yeah, so third quarter, just be aware of that. There's some interesting energies towards the end of this year for you guys. And then we've got, okay, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. And you had two here. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Okay, so we've got these hostilities, Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Cups that's talking about. So you may have more than one option, okay? You may have decided to, end the relationship in the third quarter, or they broke up with you for some reason. Remember, you can't get it wrong here, and so you're examining and forgiving, and it's like, if you have more than one option, it feels like there's some really aggressive or defensive energy around you. Knight of Wands in a reading about love has to do with the player or just the sexual person that comes in. They're here for a good time, not for a long time. So they're saying, wait, don't rush into it, okay? Just because someone might be a little bit charming or putting some pressure on you in the fourth quarter, really look inside your heart and figure out what's best for you. I do feel like you might have more than one option come in. So even if you stayed in this relationship, there might be one more person that comes in that is offering something to you. But it feels like you might be tempted because there's a little bit of strong emotions in the third quarter. You might be tempted in the fourth quarter by this person that comes in. But I feel like whatever the additional option is, you will know if it feels right for you. And it feels like just wait. Don't make any decisions about your love life to stay or go, add another person. I would wait on that, okay? So again, go inside, be mindful, but you deserve to feel joy. So if anyone's pressuring to you, with that card of hostilities, if anyone's being inappropriate, physically, mentally, or whatever, no, we do not do that program, okay? We release any kind of hostile type of figures and communication. All right, you are in mindfulness this year. You are in peace this year. And though there may be density that's around you or happening, this is your year to acknowledge that you've been in a dense energy and let it go, okay? So fourth quarter, you do have the opportunity to let go of some denser energies, realizing that where attention goes, energy flows, and realizing that you are the creator of your own reality, Scorpio. And so it looks good. It feels like you are learning to open up again. There's a little bit of a mixed emotions in your year as far as relationships, but it is because you are you're moving through, you're letting yourself ascend, okay? You're letting go of the density. What worked in survival does not work for thriving. What worked for addiction does not work in sobriety. What worked in, coping unhealthy doesn't work with healthy, okay? So you're learning a new program. Be gentle with yourself, is what they're saying, okay? And let's close them out with, we're going to get 2 more cards here. For Scorpio, Spirit, what do you want to talk to them about to close them out? We're reading that one. Oh, beautiful. And this one. Oh, and it's funny, they just started popping off fireworks at the beach. So now you have fireworks show going on here. Okay, cool. That's great. All right, you guys, we have Voyage. And with the whales there, I love that. So some of you might be, I keep hearing that Coolio, I don't own the rights to the song, come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. Okay, yeah. So anywho, but I feel like it's time to go on that voyage within yourself. And it's so cute. It's like the humpback whale and its baby. Okay, and this is making me feel like your inner being and your inner child, that you're really going to, you've got your own back, okay? You've got, it's beautiful. It's like you're taking your inner child with you. And this voyage may be a metaphysical one, but some of you also may be going on an actual voyage here. Especially this third quarter, there's a big move looking like it's going to happen. And then we have they're showing me the full moon, and some of you may actually be going to physically go see the whales, okay, which would be pretty well at the beginning of the year, well, depending where you go. But you might be going to actually see the whales, so there's voyage for that. You'll know. Also meditation, they're showing a whale may be a power animal for you. So it's voyaging, like going on a shamanic voyage or journey. And then we have Fool's Embrace. Look at that. Oh my God, so many synchronicities. Look, you got Fool in your third quarter. Fool's Embrace. Okay, transmuting pain. Loosen your grip. Release the addictions. Transmuting pain. And that's going to come through mindfulness. That's going to come through a new and healthy practice. Okay, it's going to come through your meditations, whatever that looks like to you. But you're learning how to transmute that pain. And we have 22, which is down to a 4, so a whole new foundation. Okay, and that's the journey you're going on, is this Fool's Embrace. Okay, you may not know where you're going, logically, but you know that you're transforming, you're transmuting the pain from the past. I love that. It is quite a journey for you this year, Scorpio. I feel like there will be lots of different emotions happening. There's balancing that's occurring, but on the end of it, you come through this transmutation process, and then look at this peaceful self that remains. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much. I went a little bit long. I love you all, and until